Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Saturday Morning Dooger. How are you all? How are your lives? I gotta be real. This this pre-show went on a lot longer than usual because I could not get chat to do anything. So there's that. Took Bean, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Soli2, thank you so much for the 2 months. Board Geek YT. I always say YouTube, and I know that that's probably not what it stands for. Board Geek, thank you so much for the 45 months. Harlow, thank you for the 40. Hi, everybody. Hi. What did you want us to do? Well, I mean, it just wouldn't. No one was talking, and I knew that that couldn't be possible because, you know. I couldn't possibly be doing a stream where no one would show up, right? Mist and Chocolate, thank you so much for the 14 months. Arcadus, thank you for the 2. Capgun, thank you for the 15. Broken Plaything, thank you so much for the 21. Drowsy for the 11. Tobias with the 18. Hero82 with the 35. Matcha Mochi Bear, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. I love your name. Use the emotes for evil, not good. Enjoy your time with us. And thank you so much for the support. Miss Narrator, thank you so much for the 2 months. Chubacha, thank you for the 10. Zoror, thank you for the 2 years. Holy hot damn. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. I hope it's been an amazing 2 years. I Am Herder, thank you for the 18. Kata, thank you for the 1 year. Hell yes. Another anniversary. Thank you so much. Sarasic, thank you for the 4. Wizardy Sloth, thank you for the 1 year. This is a good day for anniversaries. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Lunar Heart, thank you for the 4. Lions and Giants, thank you for the 2. Patty Fozer, thank you for the 17. Ogle, thank you so much for the 6. Oh, there's Matcha Mochi Bear. It's happening. It's happening ever so slowly. Trick 36, thank you for gifting a sub to Ty Haskett. Ty Haskett, welcome back to the Cat Gang, I believe. Ben Sooth, thank you so much for the 18 months. Banachek, thank you for the 18, or for the 8. I'm so sorry. I saw another 8 and I just went on autopilot. Mishwa, thank you so much for the 21. It's Luke O, thank you so much for the 6. Skepfish, thank you for the 21. Seamates, thank you for the 10. Gila Monster for the 21. Theoretical Eye, thank you for the 18. Dinodax with the 20. And Strixaluka with the 4. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much for all of the resubs this morning. I appreciate it. I hope that the show is lovely so that you're like, I'm so glad that I resubbed. I'm so glad that I did that resubbing thing instead of, you know, at the end being like, man, this is not worth it. I always make that joke, but I do feel that deep down. Like, oh man, I really hope that everybody who's subbing and resubbing, like, doesn't regret it at the end. Haruka, thank you so much for the 2 months. And Zambezi, thank you so much for the 22. Hey, Elzors! Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. That is your credo now. Gambloid, thank you for the 18. And Takarix, thank you for the 5. I subbed for the lurk emote. There it is. It's like a little covered up. Yeah. December Magpie, thank you so much for the 5. And for all of you who are asking about my shirt, funny story. So yes, this is a Naruto shirt. It says, I want to believe it, right? First time that I wore this shirt on stream, everybody pointed it out, and I had to just ignore it because nobody knew I was pregnant yet. And like the second that I started the stream, I knew it was a mistake to wear this shirt because everybody was like, what's the rest of your shirt? Is there anything else on your shirt? Is that a Naruto shirt? Does it say something? What does it say? And I was like, oh no. And I couldn't show anybody. I couldn't show you guys what it said. So here you go. Here it is. I want to believe it. This is the shirt. I'm so sorry that I robbed you of it before. It's a real ass shirt. Colonel Shepard, thank you for the 20 months. And Dragoon TV, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Katogangu. Shadow Dragon, thank you for the 28. I got my coffee this week and it's so good. When Starbucks tries to buy you out, will you sell? No, they'll burn my coffee to death. They roast their coffee so long. There's like less caffeine in it. There's less flavor in it. It's no, you can't have it. You can't have it. Big Ben, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Kaptagungu. I didn't know Dodger was preggers. I am. I'm due in May. I'm actually pretty far along. We're in the 3rd trimester now. Are those technically mom jeans? I mean, they're maternity pants. So yeah. Yo, maternity pants are the coolest fucking shit in the world. None of my, like, even I was saying this yesterday, even my yoga pants don't fit anymore, right? So these are the only things that I can wear comfortably. They're awesome. So they like go up to here. They go up to like here, and then they become elastic. It's amazing. They're so comfy. It's so good. I love it. Oh wow, I get to watch a streamer that's in America. Hi, Belinio. Is this your first time here? EXP Amethyst, thank you so much for the 2 months. They have decent pockets. They have really good back pockets. The front pockets are fake because...
Welcome, you fine cat-loving, coffee-drinking burrito.
When did Dodger get pregnant? Count backwards from May. Somewhere in there is when it happened. We're due in May, though. I'm very excited and also very terrified, but very excited. Why? Because women's pants never have real front pockets. Because, I don't know. I don't know. It's our cross to bear. But yeah, Prego jeans are amazing. Because, like, I think I was talking about this yesterday. But, like, my wardrobe is literally jeans and t-shirts, right? That's my, like, my standard put together. RND, thank you so much for the 17 months. And Steve Buscemi Lover. Good name. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. If it was a CoxCon baby, I think it would already be here. Eskimo, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good. And just have a great time with us. No pockets, or even worse, fake pockets. Yeah, that's what these are. Look, 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 look. Like, oh, yeah, I'm going to just put my hand in my... Ah! It's not a pocket. Fuck. I will also never understand the fake pockets thing. I've just gotten very used to it. Awkward Froggy, thank you so much for the 9 months. Happy Twitch baby. And Jazzicowns, thank you so much for the 2. Silver at Heart, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang as well. And Wixbone, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you, all you new subs. Welcome. I hope you have fun. Oh, just the end of the thought was that really all I've had to do maternity-wise is buy 2 pairs of maternity jeans. Ones that are a little slimmer, ones that are really wide. Like these are my like, super cash, like huge ones that don't they don't like they're not form-fitting at all, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And then I have I typically buy like longer t-shirts anyway. So for the most part, my t-shirts are doing okay, and when not, I just take Sam's and he'll just give me the fisheye and then move on. And my both of my moms, my mommer and my British mum, both of them got me like nicer maternity shirts. So if I want to look nicer, I have those. And I haven't needed anything else. It's been great. Lurker Panda, I don't think I said hello to you. Thank you so much for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. And Renee Old, thank you so much for the 2. Happy 2 months to me. Thanks for being awesome. Thank you for being awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Show us that fisheye look. Imagine me like walking down the stairs in a shirt that's very obviously Sam's, and Sam gives me the That's my fucking shirt. It's good. It's good. Hello, Bedlam. Thank you for the 18. Maternity Jinkos. Yes, these are my maternity Jinkos. And at home, I have my maternity jeggings. And that's really all I've needed. Stigma, thank you for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day. And use the emotes for evil, not good. Yeah, the advantage to not having front pockets is entirely like fashion. It's that when you have pants or trousers that are tighter fitting, you can see the outline of the pocket. So a lot of people have said, oh, well, we'll just get rid of that front pocket. You can still have the back pockets, but we'll get rid of that front pocket. Actually, sometimes the back pockets are fake too, which drives me crazy because I put things in my back pockets all the time. But we'll just get rid of the front pocket so that you don't see that outline. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares? Sir Glider, thank you so much for the 6 months. Skizzle Fizzle, thank you so much for the 19. Never not subbed. Look, I love having you around, so. Lizards on Roids, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. Bruiser Waits, thank you so much for the 42. It's dumb and I hate it. I agree. Yeah, they also get to use less material. That's true. Maybe they save like a penny. Gotta love women's fashion. Yo, I'm not gonna complain because they're so comfortable. But yeah, the trend of not giving us pockets is my least favorite. They're like, but you've got purses. I'm also wearing trousers, so if you could put pants, if you could put pants in my trousers, that would be great. I remember, oh my God, I remember when I was, how old were we? I was still in my little like podunk private school. I think it was like 7th grade maybe. And for some reason, everybody in our class was talking about jeans. And I admitted to everybody that I was buying jeans in the boys section because they were the right length for me and still really loose. And at the time, all of the jeans that were like meant for my age group in the girls section were really tight, and I was just really uncomfortable with it. So I was like, yeah, I buy my trousers in the boys section because I can get them the right length and whatever else. And I was like, yeah, I just wish that they would make, like, how come all of the boy jeans are so loose? Like, how come they're all so loose? It's not fair. How come we can't have like really loose lady jeans? And my friend Tim was like, Brooke, don't keep asking these questions. Because we were in like, we were in like a super like Christian school. So he couldn't just be like, it's because we want dick room, Brooke. So he was like, Brooke, just stop this line, because this line of conversation is going to turn into a situation where nobody can answer you straight up. So just like think about it for a minute. I still think we should have more loose fitting jeans for everybody, but whatever. Mr. Lumen, thank you so much for the 9 months. Happy Twitch, baby. Fox B, thank you so much for the 4. Kerosene Cupcake, thank you so much for the 29. Tim was a funny dude. He was a super funny dude. He was one of those guys where like I was good friends with him, but I never felt like I was like I never felt like I knew a lot about him. Does that make sense? I think especially in that age range, that happens a lot, where people are still like kind of trying to figure out who they are and dealing with their own shit, and sometimes don't even if you spend a ton of time with them, you don't really like understand them at all. Tim was just one of those dudes where I knew he was really funny and really smart, and that was about it. And I think there are specific people that I went to school with in middle school and high school where I think to myself, I wonder where they are. I wonder what they're doing. No More Gentlemen, thank you so much for subscribing. And Rua, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you both. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow Puritos. Oh, and Fumufu, you are also a new subscriber, a new Katogangu member, so welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Do you lift? I haven't been lifting since I've been pregante. But I was lifting before, yes. I keep looking at there's a couple of different Instagram moms who are also just like swole. Not swole. They're not huge, but like their arms just like look amazing, right? Like it'll be one Instagram video of them hanging out with their kid, and then the next Instagram video is them being like, yeah, I'm gonna do some rock climbing, and they're just like fucking like, I want to be you. That's the mom I want to be. I love watching those videos. They're super inspirational for me. Super Butterbuns and Buddy Sinister, thank you both so much for subscribing and becoming new members of the Cat Gang. And Sunbro Smile, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you, all of you. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Yes, we're doing May. Flex. Oh, it's not impressive, guys. That's me. There it is. Look at my sweet chicken wing. Lena, we don't know what's gonna happen with stream times and schedules and stuff. The amorphous plan is that, you know, Sam and I will trade on and off. So like when I'm watching the baby, he's streaming, and when he's watching the baby, I'm streaming. So yeah, that's the vague plan, because if we try to plan it out too much, it's gonna be silly because we've never had a child before. So we don't know what it's actually gonna be like, and we don't know what's gonna work best for us until she's here. So obviously, Pineapple, thank you so much for subscribing. And Seventeal, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you both. Welcome to the Cat Gang. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow Puritos. Not, thank you so much for subscribing as well. It makes it sound like one of you will never not be streaming. Well, it'll be like, it'll probably be, because I'm a morning person, it'll probably be I get up in the morning and stream, and then around midday we swap, and then Sam streams, and then in the evening we both like we come together as a family and we sleep. But streams might be shorter. I don't know. We'll see. I've never done the like marathon streaming much anyway, so. Lazy on Bones, thank you so much for the 28 months. Plans fall apart when a baby's involved, although Co should have lots of advice. The difference, so the thing, we don't really have anybody to look at to really know how things work, because every other person that we know that has had a baby who is a streamer has a partner who isn't. So we're having to come at it in a very different way from everyone else, because we're both streamers. So we'll figure it out. Sam's chat might need to remind him to stop streaming. I already told him I'm gonna put alarms. I'm gonna put alarms everywhere. Story Surger, thank you so much for the 43 months. Yeah, I'm not worried. It'll all work out. I know that we've got like a good core community here who are going to be very patient and hang out, and wait for us to get our shit together. So it's not like I think that I'll come back and I suddenly won't have any viewers or anything like that. I know that you guys are super supportive and that you want to support our family. So I appreciate your patience ahead of time. Banana Palm, thank you for the 25. And Jattern, thank you so much for the 19. At least you're pioneers. Yeah, I was like, all right, we'll figure this out, and maybe we'll make it easier for the next like streamer couple that decides to create a monster. Klukido, thank you for the 10. Captain Bubbly, thank you for the 19, and Con435, thank you so much for the 36. We're gonna see that good 3-year image. Y'all ready? Bam. Thank you so much. I appreciate the last 3 years. I hope that they've been amazing. And happy anniversary. Bane, thank you for the 29. How did I end up at Achievement Hunter? Basically, we reached out to them because because of the coffee company. We were like, hey, we would love to sponsor some stuff. And so had a conversation with them about what we could sponsor. And they basically were like, hey, if Dodger's willing to come out, you know, y'all can sponsor this show or whatever, and then we can also use her in some content, and we'll both get some good stuff out of it. And I was like, sure. I've never worked with any of them. I would love to meet them and see what they're like. The Achievement Hunter guys are so fucking nice. Like, all of them are so nice. They were really welcoming. I was a little worried. I fell into that, like, that brain trap where we all sat down to do this stream together, right? And I was going, man, I really, really hope that what happens isn't that everybody's going to be like, who's this fucking girl with all these boys that I love, right? It's like, I was a little nervous, but literally everybody was so nice. They thought I was funny. They were like, I don't know who this girl is, but she's great. And I was like, that's so nice. Everybody was really, really, really welcoming, like in the community and at Rooster Teeth. They were just great. So it was a really positive experience, and I'm going to be on the next episode of Always Open, which is like a podcast show with Barbara Dunkelman. So she was also amazing, and so was Mariel. They were super, super cool. So yeah, literally my whole experience at Rooster Teeth was awesome. So yeah, it was good. Trusty Boy, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Emma Lindhagen, thank you so much for the 3. Erase Citizen Insane, thank you for the 18. Dekron, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Katogangu as well. Sanic, thank you for the 34. And Spiky Logic, your little finger just popped up. Thank you so much for subscribing. My Dodger tea is almost here. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for people. I can't wait for people to start getting their teas and trying them and letting us know. You're the funniest / creepiest killer. Thank you. Yeah, I don't ever want to assume that that's going to happen, right? Because for the most part, honestly, my experience online has been very positive. Just in general, right? I've managed to have this lovely, lovely group of people that are here supporting me. I have an incredible community. So I very rarely run into those situations. And when they do happen, I'm always really surprised, right? Like, oh, wow, that's so weird, right? Because everybody's community is different. And some communities, like, put up with that a bit more. So when it does happen, I'm always, like, bummed out. And I think that I've started to think to myself, okay, well, if I expect it to happen, then I won't be as upset. You know, I won't be as sad, like, oh man, they hated me. But everybody was super cool. Everybody was super, super nice. So I feel bad. I feel bad for thinking to myself, man, maybe people won't be super into me. But everybody was really nice about it. Whether they liked me or not, everybody was very sweet. Private Penguin, thank you so much for all the biddies for the family. I appreciate it. Thank you. We're buying all those necessities right now, so that helps out a ton. Zeldrenia, thank you so much for subscribing with a big ol' sub. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I hope that you're having a lovely day, and welcome to the Cat Gang. Andrew Shanu, thank you so much for the 22. Raspberry Knight, thank you for the 9. Happy Twitch, baby. And Mighty M79, thank you so much for the 46. What happened to the YouTube channel? I just don't know what I want to do with it right now, to be honest. The YouTube channel where the VODs go, I'm still waiting to make sure that we're not going to have any more VODs get muted. There's been a mix-up. There's been a little mix-up with my shit, so stuff is getting muted over there. But, yeah, aside from that, the like major YouTube channel, I'm really not sure what it is that I want to be making. I'm not sure what it is that I want to be doing. And especially now that I'm like super pregnant, I'm like, I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. So yeah. My sister had a baby this morning. A couple days in labor. They had to induce. I hope yours goes a lot easier. Oh my God. Yeah, I was yesterday. I told this story already yesterday, but I'm going to tell it again because it's really funny. Sam tweeted and said, "Hey, our stream is going to start at 2:00 today because got to see a doctor about a baby." And somebody responded and goes, "Oh my God, is Dodger in labor?" And we thought it was fucking hilarious. The idea that this morning I would go in labor and by 2:00 Sam would be like, "All right, cool, we're good to stream." We were laughing. I was like, I don't think people realize how long labor can be. Like the dream would be to go in there and they're like, "Cool, you're ready. Let's pop this shit out," right? But that's typically not what happens. And the other thing was, I was like, man, they must think that you're like a real deadbeat dad. Like I would go into labor, pop out the baby, and you'd be like, "All right, bye. Cool. Good job, wife. I'll see you later. I got a stream to do." My sister's pregnant. I'm scared about being an aunt. Oh my gosh, don't be scared about being an aunt. It's actually super fun. Being an auntie is really fun. Dip Top, thank you so much for the 11 months. My sister was out in 4 hours. Oh, that's the dream. I would love that. Well, they tell you, like, they try to give you all of these recommendations for don't come into the hospital unless, you know, you're having contractions this many times and however long of a period, or the pain is like crazy bad, right? But I've had 2 different friends go in being like, "I'm definitely super dilated, okay? I'm like, this baby is ready to come out, I can tell." And they go in there and they're like, you're gonna be here for a while. And I'm like, oh God, I hope that that's not what winds up happening for me. But a lot of babies wind up getting induced because you're just in there forever. Yeah, so my nephew is my age, so everybody always calls us cousins, which I think is hilarious. And then because Matt is my age and just calls me Brooke, my nieces also just call me Brooke. I've never been able to be like Auntie Brooke. That's not like a thing. I don't think I'll ever get to be Auntie Brooke, but that's all right. Except to my little English nephews, because they're so much younger than me. But all of my sister's kids are like, that was never a thing that wound up happening. But it was really fun being an auntie, I think, because like you're like, I don't know how to put this. You're another adult that's in their life that offers something different, right? They've got their parents, they've got their grandparents, and aunts and uncles are typically like they just offer like different lifestyles to look at, you know? That's how I always felt looking at my aunts and uncles, was like, wow, these are like different ways that adults are living their lives, for better or for worse, right? So for me, it was mostly just, it was really fun being an aunt, because I always say aunt, but then people don't know what I'm talking about, so I'm trying to say aunt, but it feels weird coming out of my mouth. That for me, it was really, really fun because I have like a specific niece who is a lot like me in terms of like her interests and the sort of stuff that she loves and her like life views, right? And so I feel like, I don't know, it feels really cool, like, oh, I got to be like somebody who's a little bit older that is similar to you, you know? It's cool. I think it's really cool in that sense. Forsaken Vixen, thank you so much for the 3 months. The Hanged Man, thank you so much for the 9. Happy Twitch, baby. Idaho Bill, thank you so much for the 34. Chris Wager, thank you for the 42. Aunt is the best way to pronounce it anyway. Well, like, it's like the other day I was calling myself Auntie Dodger, and everybody was like, Auntie like Nega Dodger, like evil Dodger, and I was like, no, like Auntie Dodger. It sounds weird. It sounds really weird coming out of my mouth. Justinus, thank you so much for the 27. What Rooster Teeth video are you in? I can't seem to find it. So the Always Open episode is not up yet. It'll go up on Monday, I think. And then I was on a live stream with the Achievement Hunter guys, and I'm also in their Let's Play video that I think goes up today, but I'm not sure. But I thought it was Auntie Brooke. What I'm saying, like, when I was making a goof on stream, I called myself Auntie Dodger, and then everybody got confused. Rock, you don't have to do that. You're very sweet. Josa, thank you so much for the 18 months. And Clufufu. I like your name. Clufufu. Welcome to the Katogangu. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. Clufufu. Your name is so fun to say. Here's hoping your daughter has the most epic beard on the playground. Right? Thank you so much. It's funny. My friend Nicole... So there's actually... I'm kind of bummed. There's actually, like, a big... like friend reunion going on in my hometown right now, like all day today. Trick, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. One of my really, really good friends in high school, his family had this just awesome like cabin house that we used to hang out at all the time. And we got a text message that was like, hey, they've sold the house, but we're going to have one last like bash and just reminisce about everything. And because all of us are still friends. So they were like, we just want everybody to be able to be there and we can all hang out and whatever else, right? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I don't think that I can make that. I don't think that I'll be able to be there. And they were like, we get it. We totally get it. Well, you know, we'll keep you in our thoughts and blah, blah, blah. And my friend Nicole was like, I really hope that you have the mustached daughter of your dreams. I was like, has this been a thing with me since high school? I was like, man, I think that I've been talking about how I just love facial hair since I was really young, which is pretty hilarious. Bexters, thank you so much for the 17 months. Sarathi, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And Lasercoin, thank you so much for the 2. And Darian Allen, thank you so much for those biddies. This is how Friday the 13th starts. They're not in the middle of the woods. They're not like me. They're not like my house. It's still in a neighborhood. Have you played A Hat in Time? I have. I played all of it. Did not 100% it, but we did play through the entire story. I used to, there was an artist that did this entire series of like beautiful bearded women. And I was like, oh, I love them. I don't know what it is. I just love like, like pretty beards on ladies. Do any of your high school friends watch your streams? No, they've all admitted that it's super weird, which I get. I'm fine with that. I totally get it. Oh yeah, I get the little Italian whiskers right here. And as I get older, they get darker, which is even better. As I get older, the more that I like get rid of them, because look, if a full beautiful beard wanted to come in, by this point I would have let it happen, right? But it's just like a couple little black whiskers that come in like right here. And it's not cute. It's not the look that I'm going for. So I always get rid of them. But you know, if you like, depending on your method for getting rid of them, sometimes they come back stronger. Mir, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And Wu-Tang, thank you so much for the biddies. My mom called her older sister when she went into labor with me. Unfortunately, my birthday is the 1st of April. So my aunt just hung up on my mom. My mom had to call back and tell her it was real. That's amazing. Oh my God. Can you imagine? That's so funny. Rogi, thank you so much for the 2 months. Yeah, it's not uncommon for everybody to have like a little bit of something, regardless, right? SB5K, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And I remember, oh my gosh, I remember when I was younger and I was like, oh, I have like these little like things that are coming in and I don't know what to do with them. And my dad was like, I think you can rock it. like a dad equivalent, right? He was just like, I think they look distinguished. I was like, thank you, Daddy. Terms of service tomorrow, be careful. Yeah, is there anything that we consistently do on this stream that could get me in trouble? I don't think so. I saw Dan put up a new emote called Dan Ban. It's just him in jail. I was like, oh no. My mom's side of the family is very Italian. Yeah, like 2 generations back was like culturally extremely Italian, but like genetically, yeah. Cardboard moose, that's so great. Banana Pie, thank you so much for the 3 months. Is there anything you do that isn't a violation? How dare you? How dare you? My eyebrows are almost non-existent because I'm Irish. Oh. Look, I think facial hair is beautiful on everybody. That's the end thing. It's one of those situations where I didn't like how it looked on me. I didn't like the little whiskers on myself. But I love it on other people. Yeah, the cam is glitching out every now and then because I just can't get anything to ever work right. Sam's been growing his beard out. Have you seen? It's getting there, man. But apparently there's a terminal length. There's a certain length that you can get to with a beard. Nicknames, yeah, nicknames that have been happening because we haven't been sharing the name with anybody. So nicknames that have been happening are Spawn and Brett and Santel have been calling her Hype Beast, which I love. I want to like get her a blankie that looks really, really cute and baby style, but it just says hype beast, like giant letters on it. We have names that we like, but we're not sharing them with anybody. Of course, Santel would call her hype beast. No, that was a Brett thing. That was definitely a Brett thing. What was the first name? It was like Lily Hype Beast. He was like, all right, I'm coming up with a name for your baby right now. Lily Hype Beast Thorn. And so now he just calls her Hype Beast all the time. Baby Bean. Danny, Oreo Zima in chat, he makes all of our emotes and stuff, and he and I do the cat gang thing together. Called her Bambina a couple of times, so I've been using the term Bambina because I think it's really cute. Taika Perhonen, thank you so much for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. I hope you've had an amazing year with us. I appreciate it. The cat gang thing. We do the cat gang thing. Exclamation point merch. Winku. If you guys haven't seen it, I know it's been a couple weeks now, but there are people in here who didn't know I was pregnant, so I'm gonna say it anyway. If you guys haven't seen it, we've got Pompcat merch up in the store now. So you should check it out if you haven't seen them yet. It's good. The postman just delivered my tea. I hope you love it. Yeah, and soon more stuff as well. No spoils. No spoils. What if you go into labor while streaming? Then I'll probably say, all right, guys, I'm going into labor, so bye. I don't know. Maybe I would want it to be a little more under wraps than that. But I think if it was the middle of May and I was like, no reason, but I suddenly have to leave, I think everybody would be like, bitch is going into labor. But it's not like, I mean, the way that they portray it in movies and stuff is not, it's not like the way that it typically happens. Yo, if that clip went on live stream fails, it better be a fucking win. It better be a win. You mean you don't just burst and run? Hi, Gmart. How are you? That exact phrase. Look, that'll be it. I'll look at the camera and go, bitch is going into labor, and then I'll shut down the stream. Be right back, gotta pop this bean out. Isn't Dodger already the queen of live stream fails? I don't know if, like, I was saying I sometimes feel like they're drunk aunt that shows up at Thanksgiving, but I also sometimes just feel like the little sister that does stuff that isn't like, because everything else on live stream fails for the most part is like, I don't know. I feel like the sort of fails that wind up going up there of me are just like weird, goofy shit. Like things that you would make fun of your little sister for doing. My mom did not use any painkillers at all for any of her 3 kids. And I was talking with her about it, and she was like, definitely use painkillers. Like, definitely accept when they ask if you want something for it. And I was like, but you said no 3 times in a row. Like, there must be a benefit. And she was like, I mean, I was more awake. Like, after I had the baby, I was really awake because I didn't have anything in my system to, like, make me drowsy. But, like, just say yes. Yeah, like farting on okay, look. Farting on camera, spilling a drink all over my desk, trying to convince everybody that I don't buy shoes in the kids section, right? Like these are the sorts of things I wind up on that website for. And also everybody is like really nice to me on it. Like I finally, because I just like didn't want to look, but I finally went and looked at the clip of when we announced that we were having a kid, and everybody was like, I'm so happy for them. It's like, oh. I reached my bit daily limit. Here you go. Thank you, Macho Mochi Bear. I appreciate it. Thank you for all the biddies. Is there an option to take epidural anesthesia? Anesthesia says to me that I would be knocked out. Are you saying that in some countries you can be knocked out and have a baby? Because that doesn't sound right to me. I know that my sister asked for the epidural, but the baby came too, like one of her kids, the baby like came too fast, so it hadn't like happened yet. the epidural hadn't like settled in yet. You don't want to be awake during a C-section. Well, yeah, that's not what I'm saying. Of course you would be knocked out for a C-section. Although I think you can ask to be awake for it. I know a friend who like asked to be awake for a surgery once. And she was like, yeah, it was really interesting to like watch it all happen. And I was like, I feel like there would be an I would, an epidural is different. You're fully awake. I know that. I'm talking about anesthesia. I feel like I would experience some existential dread watching people like open my body up. Like being awake watching somebody just like cut me open. I feel like there would be some kind of like weird dread I would experience. Like I was listening to oh, maybe we shouldn't talk about this. I feel like it's gonna go into a weird dark place. I was just gonna say we don't have to keep on this topic, but I was listening to a podcast that was entirely about like what surgeries were like before they could knock you out, and before like they had legitimate painkillers. Oh my god! I was like, how did people live through that shit? How did people live through that shit? I would die on the spot. I'd be like, I'm out. I'm done. You don't gotta keep going. I'm good. OBS Jono, thank you so much for the 2 months. The Oji Santo Neko tweet that you shared made me cry. Oh my god, those are so cute. They're so cute. There's a little webcomic called Oji Santo Neko. And it's about an old man. Well, not an old man, but like an older man who adopts a fully grown cat that's at a pet store that nobody wants. And it's so cute. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love it. There's the one that I retweeted was the very beginning when he's like in the pet store and he's surrounded by kittens. And he's like, it's fine. Nobody's ever gonna adopt me because I'm an adult. I'm not as cute as the kittens. And he's just sitting there all fat, like, and all the little kittens are like, meow. And then this older man like comes in to get him. He's like, I want this cat. And the cat starts freaking out because he's like, no. You're definitely getting me as a present for somebody and they're not going to want me. They're not going to want me and then they're going to send me back. Please don't do this. And she's like, the lady who works there goes, oh, are you getting this cat as a present? And he goes, no, I'm getting him for me. He's so cute. And the cat's just like so happy. It's adorable. Madidu, thank you so much for the 2 months. Thanks for the hours of fun while I'm busy dredging through my last year of school. Oh, you are so welcome. I hope you kill it. I need this comic. Yeah, look it up. Oji Santo Neko. It's so good. Sorry. OJISAN space TO space NEKO. Oji-san to neko. It's so cute. Swole, buff, and hunky lad. And humble, too. Thank you so much for the 2 months. I appreciate it. And Zomble, thank you so much for the 7. Have you seen the SpongeBob anime / manga? Oh, believe me. Sam always somehow manages to stumble onto those, and then he shows them to me, and they're so silly. They're so weird. Some of us don't speak weeb. That's why I stopped myself and spelled it. Spelled it. Sam really likes pointing out if T's, like, he likes pointing out that at least with my American accent and the American accent that's typically spoken like around here, T's and D's are basically the same. He's always like, what the fuck? Which I think is hilarious because his natural accent, he just like leaves out a bunch of letters. So I don't know what we're playing yet. I have no idea. Imperfect Hazmat, thank you so much for the biddies. Thank you. I feel blessed. McBig Hat, thank you so much for the 32 months. The T's trip up my wife too. Yeah, but like in Sam's natural accent, he basically doesn't even say T's. Like the T's don't exist in a word. So I'm like, why are you so upset that my T's sound like a D when you just ignore that it even exists? It just makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. But it's also fun. It's fun to have somebody who can hear the like little eccentricities of the way that you talk. Because you don't really realize that they're there, you know. You guys trying to spell the way that he says water. So like in that situation, right? Water. Definitely turn the T into a D. Can absolutely admit that. Sam has had to start over pronouncing the T when he asks for it, because otherwise it just sounds like he's like not saying a word to people at diners and things. So, and same with when he asks for tomato. It's good. It's good shit. Tomato. I can't actually say it in a way where it sounds like the way that he says it, but that's how he leaves off the T. Water. Oh my gosh, what was the one? I had a friend who replaced I's with E's a lot. So instead of pillow, it was pillow. And instead of milk, it was milk. And then Erin has a lot of those little eccentricities with the way that she pronounces things. I can't think of an example, but she has ways of pronouncing words where you're like, I don't think that's the way you pronounce that, but it's adorable coming out of your mouth, so I'm not going to say anything. It's just... My mom says milk and pillow, and I hate it. Why? I mean, there's like, it's not like it... You know what they're talking about. Sam will try to get me to pronounce things correctly, and I never try to get him to pronounce things correctly because I like the way that he pronounces words. I think that it's fun, right? But for him, he gets a kick out of being like, "Sorry, what was that? Caramel? I don't think that exists. What are you asking for? Is there caramel? That's not real. What are you trying to say?" Washing machine is washing machine. Yeah. Aaron, thank you so much for the 7 months. There are a lot of accent quirks in Oregonians, even though we're accent neutral. Yeah, according to like, if you look at an accent chart for the United States of America, Oregon is considered to be like the basic American accent. Like, we don't have a lot of weird inflections. We don't have twangs, right? For the most part in Oregon, it's just like the basic flatline American accent. But we have like the problem is that depending on where in Oregon you are, you wind up with like kind of backwoodsy ways to pronounce words. My mom was horrified when I came home and I was like, "Yeah, we learned about intestines today." And she was like, "That is not how you say that word." She was like, "Please tell me your teacher did not talk about intestines." I was like, "Yeah?" I was like, "Yeah, we were all learning about intestines." And she was like, "That's not, no." What's with your vocal fry? I don't have a legit vocal fry, but people say that I do, and I don't. I don't know if y'all don't know what a vocal fry is, or Fade Ice, thank you so much for the 2 months. Her Majesty's Spiffing? No, I've never heard of that. Is y'all a vocal fry? It is now. Howdy, y'all. I love the shirts and things that say, "My y'all is natural." Because y'all has become such a normal thing to say just in America in general that it's so funny when people are like, "Yeah, but I'm actually from the South though, so fuck you." Like, damn. I have no idea what it even means. It's like, I think all of the Kardashians have a pretty strong vocal fry. It's when like you, your voice just like sounds like this all the time. Y'all is a useful word. You can look up videos of it, but there's, it's a very like weird Californian thing to do to your voice, where you just like kind of sit here all the time while you're talking. It's weird. You can look it up. You can definitely look it up. There are videos that you could look up where people talk with a really strong vocal fry, and you're like, I don't understand what this is. Talking like a valley girl? No. It's the fry part is as though your vocal cords are fried somehow, right? Like, it's basically when you sound like Raven from Teen Titans. There it is. Does Krender have a vocal fry? Actually, that's an interesting question. He kind of does, doesn't he? Oh my gosh. Oh my god, does Krender have a vocal fry? Holy shit. He should come to Beverly Hills. Please sneeze your nose. Sneeze my nose? What does that mean? It sounds like you're dying and it's scaring us. Krender's entire existence is a vocal fry, and I love it. Krender's the hippest out of all of us. He's got the vocal fry. I definitely have picked up. I don't think that I have a vocal fry. If enough people told me that I had some kind of a vocal fry, I would be like, all right, I give. I apparently have a fucking vocal fry. Okay, that's fine. But something that I will totally admit I've picked up is kind of valley inflections overall. I think I have, for sure. There are sentences that I end on an upswing when they don't. They don't need to end on an upswing. Y'all is a contraction of you all, so it's a real word in my book. Y'all is a very... It compacts so much. What was the one? Wait, what was that meme? It was the y'all shoulda... Fuck. What was the y'all... Shit, what was that goof? Y'all... It was like the y'all... Fuck. Y'all should've... It was like 5 words put together. Yaldiv? Was that it? Yaldiv? So good. Krender is out of surgery. Yeah, he started streaming again. He was doing some PUBG the last couple of days. He's feeling a lot better. Yaldiv. God, it's so good. There may have been a longer one. There is, yeah. There's one that was longer that came after Yaldiv, but Yaldiv is still funny. How do you say that out loud? Yalhumstv. Yank. Yank is a good one. Yeah, Krender had his gallbladder removed. Alfonso the Great, thank you so much for the 13 months. And for those of you who were like, what does the landing on an upswing mean? It's basically if you're saying a sentence and it's not a question, but it ends like it is. Like, it's kind of like when you're talking and you're just like trying to get some kind of a point across. And so you just keep ending on a weird upswing. It's really specific to this area, if you know what I mean. So like, that's very indicative of like a valley accent, is to just keep ending like that, you know? I'm from the South. Y'all can't make fun of my yaint. I love this accent talk. I'm not the sort of person. I had, specifically in the theater department when I was in college, I had friends who just, they could hear everything, right? Octo is kind of like that. Octo's the sort of person where when he hears an accent, he can kind of like dissect it in his brain and he can recreate it really well. And I had a couple of friends in college who were like that. And it was always so fascinating to me. There are elements that I can hear really well, right? Sam's mom and I were talking the last time that I was there, and she was asking like what things about their accent stand out to me. And I was telling her, and it really messed with her. She was like, oh my God, you're right. We do that. Because, you know, when it's just the way you've talked forever, you don't necessarily hear it. You don't hear like those intricacies of how you put together sentences and how you get points across. But so I can hear like a little bit of that, right? I can hear a smidge, but I can't recreate it easily, and I'll lose elements of it if I try to recreate it. So there are things like the Valley accent where I can recreate the upswing easy peasy, and it's also literally a state away from me. And it's not like in England where our accents differ drastically just based on a couple of miles. So for us, the Valley accent is so similar to how we talk in Oregon. It's just the inflections are very different. Ope? I had a breakdown when Midwesterners got called out for saying ope, because now I realized I say it constantly. Ope? What is ope? What? We say oop when we do something clumsy. Don't you know? The first time I ever heard that kind of an accent was in fucking Bobby's World. Did any of you guys ever watch Bobby's World? Holy shit, his mom was well, we gotta go to the store, don't you know? And I became obsessed with that shit. It was the first time I had ever heard anybody talk that way, and I was like, where is she from? What an amazing accent. And I would try to recreate it all the time while I was like listening to or watching Bobby's World. Oh, it's a shortened version of oops. Oh, so you just go like oop or ope? I think that's fairly common, isn't it? I don't know what I do when I mess up. But I'm sure whatever it is, I've done it a million times on stream, so. Oofta. A very high-pitched oops. Whoop. Oop. Yeah, I don't think I say whoops. I think I do just go oop. You say women. I know. A lot of people have a big problem with that for some reason. Because if I say woman, it sounds way too similar to woman. Women is very obviously different from woman. So I can't differentiate them enough if I try to pronounce the O in women. You should be saying women. Wyman. Wyman. I love everybody trying to like write out how they think I should say that word. I don't know how to break this to you. I'm not going to change the way that I say that. If I haven't changed the way that I say caramel yet, I'm not going to change the way that I say women. Captain Usopp, thank you so much for the 11 months. Just embrace the eccentricities of my accent as I would do for you. Sam has a big problem with me saying caramel. It bothers him a lot. Because what I should be saying is caramel. But I don't. It's caramel. And when we go to like a store and somebody pronounce it caramel, I can see the look on his face like, you're a professional. You're a professional who's saying this word and you're still saying caramel. And I'm like... I love it. Ascended Narwhal, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. I don't care about proper pronunciation of words. To the people who are like, but it's the proper way to pronounce it. I don't care, though. I really don't care. I'm not in a position where I need to impress anyone with my knowledge on how to say things correctly. So I don't really see a point to changing the way that I say words. If I say a word incorrectly and the person's response in their head is, this is an unlearned bitch, then like that's a problem with them and not me. If somebody's like, I respect this person less now because they said caramel instead of caramel, then like, that's cool. King Cool, thank you so much for the 5 months. Tis an unlearned bitch in front of me. But I think that's always been the argument, right? When somebody says a word in a way that isn't like the proper pronunciation of the word. That's always the argument that people give is like, but don't you want people to, you don't want people to think you're dumb. I'm like, if somebody is going to make a split-second decision about me based on the way that I say a word, that's not the sort of person that I need to be friends with or be, that's not the sort of person that I really care to impress or gain the respect of. And I get that not everybody is in a position where they can be as blasé about it. I get that, like, my lifestyle, the sort of job that I have, the sort of people that I interact with on the reg, I'm able to make that choice for myself. And not everybody can make that choice for themselves because they have like superiors and like people that they're interacting with constantly that they need to present their best self to. But with the lifestyle and the situation that I'm in, I just don't, that's such a low thing on my totem pole of giving a shit. Elkirk, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And Who is Bree, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you both. Welcome. I hope you're having a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. Brosifa Brostar, thank you so much for the 23, almost 2 years. Stovamore, thank you so much for the 2. Think of all those poor royal families. They have to pronounce things perfectly. Oh my god, can you imagine? Can you imagine, like... Oh, shit. I would hate that. Fudge Nutter! That's such a good name. Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. The only pronunciation that annoys me is when people say Oregon wrong. Oh my god. When I was in Texas... Wait, okay, I actually also have a problem with this. But it's just because I'm from there and I know the way that we pronounce it. So, okay. For anybody who's not in the United States, right? If you're in Oregon, everybody pronounces it Oregon. That's the way that we say the name of our state, right? There's a weird problem where everywhere else in the country they pronounce it Oregon. And I remember when I was a kid and our news station, they would find people on the street to say, "You're watching Oregon 12," right? And there was I don't know if it was a goof or not. They would almost always try to find people who would say Oregon just to like piss us off, right? So it would be like, "You're watching Oregon 12." Just some random person on the street and be like, "You're not from here." You're not from here. So I was in Texas and we went to this place. I think it was called Haymakers. The food was very good. I got an open-faced Texas toast thingamabob. But they they had a burger there that was called the Oregoner. I was like, no. It was called the Oregoner, and I was like, why? Why have you done this? Oh my god. I was looking at David going, what? Surely this isn't. He was like, maybe it's like a play off of oregano. And I was like, even then, it would be oreganer. That's not what it's supposed to be. It's a spoof off of Oregon and goner, which means you have to pronounce it Oregoner. And that kills me inside. Arselbo, thank you so much for the 30 months. So it's just like a hilarious... It's a hilarious thing that exists in the United States, and as a kid, it bothered me a lot, because I couldn't fathom the idea of everybody else not being able to pronounce Oregon, or not knowing that it's pronounced Oregon. But that happens with other states, right? There's some other states where they're like, that's not how we as natives of this state, that is not how we say our state name, right? It happens to other people. It happens to other states. But as a kid, I didn't realize that. I was just like, no! How come everybody hates Oregon? Prairie Dog, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Lightning Heart, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Both of you, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a great day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. Yeah, Arkansas versus Arkansas. What was on the Oregoner, though? I don't know. I blacked out. I blacked out the second I saw it. Illinois. Oh my god. When people say Illinois, I feel really bad for people from Illinois. Oh yeah, Missouri versus Missouri. It's good. It's good. But, yeah. So, there you go. That's the Oregon one. That's the Oregon one. And now you know. And there are 50 other states that are like, man, fuck everybody who isn't from this state. I don't think I know. I'm trying to think if there are any states that are very openly like, please move here. Because I'm so surrounded by states that people are constantly moving into and everybody just complains about it. Kokolo Kianio, thank you so much for the 13 months. And hey Kelvin, thank you so much for the 8. No, Fluffy Billy Goat, we beat the game last night. PZN, thank you so much for the 13 months. Yeah, for any of you who didn't know, yesterday we beat Dark Souls 3. We did all the DLC. We beat the game. Sam got the hollow ending. In case you want to watch my view, I won't tell you. I won't tell you what ending I got so that you can just experience it. But we beat it. Demon Souls next. No, I fucking hate Demon Souls. I played it. I didn't beat it on my own, but I played it on my own when it first came out, and I was like, God, I hate this game. We did. We had a great time. We had a lot of fun playing it, to be honest. Sorry, I don't like Dark Souls, but I like you. That's okay. You don't have to watch it. Nobody has to watch it. What about Bloodborne? I've also played some Bloodborne on my own. Demon Souls was just not... Dark Souls 3 was super fun because they made a lot of things way more intuitive. It's not that multiplayer wasn't still like kind of a pain in the ass, but it was all just, it all flowed a lot better. Dodger's forcing us to watch the VOD. I'm not, I promise. Dark Souls depresses me. It's just a meaningless mess of horror. I feel like you're the sort of person who should never read Berserk. The Undisputed Champion, thank you so much for the 13 months. If there's really good world building and interesting elements to it, I think Dark Souls has a lot of really interesting elements to it and the way that the world works, right? Yeah, I really enjoy the Dark Souls like universe.
Welcome, you fine.
Young Riles, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. And I can totally admit, even being that kind of a person, if I'm reading Berserk, right? Berserk is the sort of manga where I can read a few chapters and then, depending on what's going on in them, I have to walk away for a while. I can't just sit and like blast through Berserk, right? Because there's always every few chapters, there's always something where you're like, that's super fucked up. Like, that's so fucked up. I need to walk away. Off the Grid, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. I agree, Stu. I think the idea and the universe of Dark Souls has this oddly so there's oh man, maybe this is a spoiler. Okay, I'm not going to use that as a reference. But there's something really peaceful about Dark Souls. Like, the dread that everyone is going through also has with it this constant sort of silence in the world while you're playing it that is just so bizarre, right? So you always wind up, you have long stretches of time where there just isn't really any sound. You're just kind of experiencing these really bizarre, like, dark areas. And it can be, like, oddly soothing, I think. Not for everybody, but it can be oddly soothing for me to play. Oh yeah, if you want Dark Souls lore stuff, go watch Vati's videos. Vati Vidya knows it all. He's got it all. I always thought Dark Souls was just a hard game, but after watching you guys play, I was like, wow, this is actually a cool world, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, everybody always talks about how if you want to really understand what's going on, every item in the game has a description. Like all of the major important items have descriptions that will tell you more about different characters that you ran into, about the bosses that you fought and how they work into the world, right? So like people like Vati, when they're trying to kind of piece together elements of these games, they read the description of every single item because that's how you really flesh stuff out. But even without doing that, I think that you get kind of this interesting snapshot of what's happening, you know? The Amnet, thank you so much for the 2 months. It is very melancholy. That's a good word for it. Poshcat, thank you so much for the 15. I think every Dark Souls game is playable. I don't think that they're unfairly hard. I think that every one of these games is a game that you can play and you can get a lot out of. You know, there's a reason why you're given opportunities to respec. There's a reason why there are so many different types of weapons, like just kind of figuring out what's going to work best for you if you're playing by yourself. But just overall, I think there's a lot to get out of the Dark Souls games, and having it just pared down to, they're just hard. They're just really hard games. I think is doing it such a disservice, because then people don't want to play them, even though they really are more accessible than I think they're given credit for. Cyborg Biscuit, thank you so much for subscribing. And Savagen, thank you so much for the 19 months. Is that the voice actor from Darkest Dungeon? Yeah, Wayne June. I've been thinking about asking Wayne for more. Like for ones for other things. I think hard is the wrong word. They're a challenge. Hard is just like too... The word hard doesn't explain what kind of difficulty a game is, right? Like there are games that are hard because of RNG. There are games that are hard because, you know, of the way that things are balanced. Yeah, Dark Souls, I think you're right. Dark Souls is more of a... It's a challenge, right? Every fight that you go into, you're like, okay, you have a moveset, and if I learn that moveset, and if I learn how to dodge through things, and if I learn where I need to be to avoid certain things, and get better at understanding when my moments are to attack, then I'll beat it, right? And like for me, that's a super good feeling. And that's one of the reasons why, and I had so much fun doing Dark Souls 3 with Sam. But there were a couple of bosses where I was like, man, I would love to just take the time to beat this on my own, but I think I would need to respec to feel like I was really... I wouldn't need to. It would take me hours, right? It would take me hours to get to the point where I could beat this thing on my own with the way that I've built my character, which is fine. Necrotic Sloth, thank you so much for the 13 months. If Sam wasn't there, it would be Salt City into a brick wall. I do okay. I mean, yeah, you guys definitely saw me get salty a few times, but I do okay with difficult games. How similar would you say Dark Souls and Hollow Knight are? Not at all. Very, very different games. I guess both are games that have bosses where you need to learn their moves and attack. That's about it. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. Jesus Christ. Can you scooch a little? Can your feet be literally anywhere else? Jesus Christ. Fuck. They definitely share storytelling techniques and ambiance. God, I guess. Like, I don't know. The baby's awake. She moves a lot. She moves around a lot. And sometimes her feet are in a position where when she kicks, I'm like, oh! What was your favorite boss in the game? Oh my God. Dancer was really fun to watch. I think Dancer was such a cool boss. I realized once we got in there that I've seen like Lady May paint Dancer before. I've seen a lot of artists draw and paint and whatever else that specific boss, and I realized why when I got in there and was fighting the Dancer, because it's just like such a fucking cool boss. The way that Dancer moves and attacks is just like, it's beautiful, honestly. The constant reminder that you have something that's alive in you is horrifying to think about. Are you the sort of person that... Brett was telling me that he really hates the concept of parasites. I've always been the sort of person that thinks parasites are fascinating, but he hates the idea of like something living inside of him and utilizing his shit, right? Which is basically like that's what a baby is. Gmart wasn't your favorite boss. Gmart was a great boss. I think parasites are super interesting. We had but I also like took anatomy classes like over and over and over again because I thought it was really cool to pop open bodies and stuff. But yeah, I'll never forget we had an entire class that was all about parasites, and I thought it was fascinating. They were like, yeah, there's some parasites where you can even see it in the eyeball. If you just like look in the eye, you can see it wiggling around in there. And I was like, that's amazing. And everybody else in the class was like, barf. An interesting bit of trivia, the singing in that boss fight is played backwards to make it sound more spooky. I think it works. I think that works. That's fair. My body was built to house a baby. It's not built for other parasites. Correct. Very correct. She still moves all my shit around, though. Yeah, we should move on. I'm so sorry for any of you who are super squicked out by parasites. We should move on. Let's move on. Naruto. What a great boy. Oh my god, I was so sad that, like, I was excited that Gwendolyn came back, but I was also really sad. Mad Potato, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Katugangu. So Sam and I both really enjoy dubbed Dragon Ball. So we've been making our way back through Dragon Ball Super, but watching like the English episodes. We caught up, we watched all of the English episodes, and we were like, okay, that's cool. Which is basically up to nearly the end of the tournament arc, right before Trunks shows up. Right before the like Black Goku, or Goku Black, whatever. Right before that story arc happens, right? So we've been watching through all of that, and it's been super fun. And then once we caught up with the English episodes, we were like, what should we watch now? And Sam was like, I'm still really curious about Black Clover. And I said, I'll be honest, I don't know if I can watch it in Japanese again because his voice is so hard for me to deal with. So we decided to try watching it in English. Oh my god, it's not that it's terrible. Like, it's fine. It's fine in English. But the fucking background voices are hilarious. I just keep being like, who did they get to do this? Because there's such a heavy-handed class system in Black Clover. So like 20 characters in a row will be like, is that guy a commoner? I think that guy's a commoner. Ew, what's a filthy commoner doing here? I can't believe that the nobles allowed a commoner in here. And I'm just like, if one more person says commoner, I'm gonna blow up. Like, I can't do it. So it's been like fine. We watch it and it's fine. But at the same time, I'm spending a couple minutes every episode just like. Also, and I'm wondering if it gets better or not, but the characters just in general are so boring. Like, none of the characters are extremely interesting yet, and that kind of bums me out. Everybody's very one-dimensional. There's like the hot girl who drinks too much, and there's the thug guy who uses a bat. And they're, you know, like just like tropey characters that I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about it so far. But we'll keep watching it because we're both like kind of itching for more shonen-y battle-y stuff. Evil Crash, thank you so much for the 3 years. Happy anniversary. I appreciate it. I hope the last 3 years have been amazing. Thank you so, so much. And Astra, thank you so much for the 13 months. The characters get fleshed out. I actually enjoy the cast. Okay, I'll trust you, Gmart. I'm not going to trust you about Asta's voice because I think that you've been Stockholm Syndromed into being okay with it. But... doesn't everything kind of start out super basic? I hate when in any media, I'm not just saying that only anime does this because definitely every form of media does this, but I hate when they give you a character and then they're like, all right, this character is tied to this other character that seems like they're going to be around for a while, right? This other character, we're going to use this character to develop this person. And then this person's going to just have something happen to them. And it's going to be super emotional. And I was like, I literally just met this person. This is the first time that you've added any characterization to this person. So I don't care yet. You know? Like when they try to like force you to care about something in one episode. I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much. I'm just like, I can tell that you're really trying to get me to care about this person because of this person, and now they're more human. Like I get that, but it doesn't work that way. Like you have to do it a specific way. Anyways. My life is empty until One Punch Man Season 2. I'm trying to be positive about One Punch Man Season 2. But it's a completely new, it's a totally new team of people. It's not the same people who made Season 1. So, did you see Season 5 of Voltron dropped yesterday? Yeah, I haven't even made it all the way through Season 2. So, Aaron's very upset with me. Olympos, thank you so much for the 38 months. Of course, I want it to be good. Of course I do. I would love for One Punch Man Season 2 to be good. But I think what's going to wind up happening is we had Season 1 that looked, sounded, just generally was amazing to watch, right? And then it's going to dip in quality. And we're all going to be like, no! It's going to be the opposite of when you watched... Like, when I rewatched Season 1 of My Hero Academia, I'm like, man, I didn't realize it, but the art fucking jumped up big time in Season 2, right? Same with Kuroko. Every season of Kuroko looked a little bit better. And you were like, oh my gosh, all these boys with their basketballs. they look so cool, right? Everything looked cooler. And I feel like what's going to wind up happening with One Punch Man is things are going to look not as cool. Which would be the worst. I've not seen Ghost Stories, no. So kind of like Disney sequels? Kind of like Disney sequels. Yeah, I think that's a really... We're gonna get the straight to DVD One Punch Man. Madhouse set the bar too high. Rip. Oh my god. Wait, backing up a little bit, when we were watching one of the episodes of Black Clover last night, like, somebody said something that was just I don't know. To me, I was like, okay. And Sam looked over and I was going like this. And he was like, are you resident sleepering in real life? And I was like, what? And he goes, you literally just resident sleepered. Like, what about this scene was so obnoxious to you that you resident sleepered? And I was like, I wasn't doing that. And he was like, you were! You definitely were! That was the face of somebody who was just like, fucking get on with it. It's like, oh no. I think we're like 10 episodes in. on Black Clover? For whoever asked. On the StarCraft ESL stream, there actually was a resident sleeper in the front row. What? Like somebody was just like... Pangive, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Katogungu. I think Resident Sleeper can be super tilty sometimes, but I still love it as an emote. Doogerus, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day and use the emotes for evil, not good. I need to blow my nose. Talk amongst yourselves. Invincible Bug, thank you so much for the 15 months. Ooh, baby, that nose blowing look. Were the boogies interesting? They were very normal boogies, fortunately. Oh no, Chris. Yeah, definitely get some rest. Feel better. Uraraka deserved best girl. Uraraka is great. Anybody know if we're ever going to get more Mob Psycho? Mob Psycho is done by Bones, right? I assume the webcomic is still going. I assume we'll probably get more Mob Psycho eventually. Is it done? The manga's finished. Mob Psycho Season 2 is confirmed, says Danny. I trust you, Danny. The manga actually wrapped up. The webcomic is finished. Interesting. Look, all of the girls in My Hero Academia are amazing. All the boys in My Hero Academia are amazing as well. Except for one. No names. No names needed. I already miss Mob Psycho. Yo, when that's one of those anime that I recommend to people when they're like, yeah, I've watched like One Punch Man and, you know, all of the other, like Attack on Titan, all the big stuff that people tell me to watch. What's one that is kind of underappreciated? I'll typically say Mob Psycho because it's so, like, it's so good. Sometimes I'll just go on YouTube and rewatch scenes from Mob Psycho because it's great. You're talking about belly button shooter guy? No. He's definitely not the worst boy in that class. Bree Burfoot, thank you so much for the 32 months. Mob Psycho is amazing. Oh my god. It just like the way that they did animation in Mob Psycho and their use of color in Mob Psycho is so good. It's just so good. Everything looks great. And they still managed to keep one, the person who like made it. They still managed to keep some of one's style of like the way that he made the characters look. They managed to take that and and just kind of elevate it, which I think is really cool because that way it looked very different from One Punch Man. Because One Punch Man is more well known for the redo of the webcomic that's like the manga version, right? That's drawn by a completely different person. So they really do look, I'm glad that they didn't take the webcomic and be like, okay, so how do we redesign this the way that they redesigned One Punch Man in a lot of ways, right? Like, how do we... Instead, they said, all right, we're going to take this, we're going to take this, and we're going to just, like, make it look amazing, but it's still going to be this. I think it worked really well. Who's your favorite Boruto character? Can I be honest? I haven't watched any Boruto. I've been told... I have a couple of friends, including Kristen. I have a couple of friends who are also people who just, like, years afterwards still have incredible, like, heartwarming feelings about Naruto, right? And they're like, yeah, I love watching Boruto because it kind of reminds me of those feelings. I don't know if I can do it, though. I don't know if I can do it. Like, it just feels weird to watch Boruto to me. I don't know why. Boruto is a solid okay. I think you underestimate Mob Psycho. Wait, what was the rest of that? You underestimate Mob Psycho. It's not underrated. There's just a very vocal minority that likes to compare it to One Punch Man. It's definitely underrated because a lot of people don't even know it exists. It's not like One Punch Man, right? Where people who don't watch anime are like, of course I've seen One Punch Man. It's amazing. And then if you're a shitty anime scumbag like I am, you're like, but you can't even truly appreciate it if you're not consistently watching other anime in the shonen genre, because like it is a spoof off of those while also being like the best example of it, you know? There's like layers there that you're really missing, etc. But most of the people that I talk to who just watch like normal ass anime that everybody has, you know, been recommended, they don't know that Mob Psycho exists. So that's what I mean when I say that it's underrated, is that people aren't telling each other to watch it. Bash the Dash, thank you for the 25 months. Look, I'm willing to call myself out. Dumb Shuckles, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. It's like, oh my god, it's like all of these celebrities, right, who are now being like, I'm obsessed with anime, and people will be like, ugh, god, the only anime that they talked about was like Naruto and Dragon Ball. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. You watched Naruto and Dragon Ball too. Why are we being so goddamn elitist? Like, it just makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. We can be shitty sometimes, is all I'm saying. Don't be a gatekeeper. Don't be a gatekeeper. Even if up here you're thinking something, don't say it. I didn't watch either of them. Can I complain? Look, you can do whatever you want. It's just this concept of like, oh, they watch mainstream. They're not a real web like I am. Fucking makes me laugh. Like we're all just shitty nerds. Can we just like enjoy anime together? Ew, I bet they pay for Crunchyroll. I don't know what you're trying to imply, but I definitely pay for pretty much all of the anime that I watch. I say pretty much because every now and then there's a show that nobody's licensed, and I'm like, come on, guys, fuck. Real weeb. That's a good shirt idea. Oh, fuck. Fucking normies, get off my Japan. Oh, shit. How does every Saturday lead to anime talk? This is kind of a switch up because the last few Saturdays have just been lots of baby questions. So I'm delighted to be talking about anime today. Oh, Commando Joe, don't do this. Not here. Ever seen Restaurant to Another World? I found it delightful. I watched like 3 episodes. It was okay for me. But I didn't stick with it. Are we going to play a game today? Not that I'm complaining. I'm kind of having fun just hanging out with you guys since I've been gone so much the last couple of weeks. So if you guys are cool with us just continuing to hang. The only thing that I have to leave for is in an hour I'm going to be recording with Super Couch Fighters. So I'll probably peace out in like a half an hour, 40 minutes. No game, only talk. Okay, cool. Here we go. Let's do it. Yo, Saturday Morning Dooger is going to be next level when I start doing it from home. There's going to be kitties. I'm going to be in my straight up pajamas. Everybody needs to watch the Dragon Ball Fighters Super Couch Fighter vids. Yo, yeah, they're super fun. Not to make a goof, but they're really fun. I didn't finish the paint by numbers. It's right here. I didn't finish it though. How's the coffee biz going? It's going great. People have come into chat today to say that their tea is showing up if they bought tea, which is very exciting. So how's that Scary House clicker going? Oh my god, I'm making mad money on that Scary House clicker. On Scream Collector? Hell yeah. My house looks dope. Yeah, we have tea now. So the store has our coffee and cold brew, like it always has. And then by popular demand, we sought out an awesome tea company that we've partnered with to have tea in the store as well. So we have an English breakfast tea that is delicious. It's so good. I'm the sort of person who, with a black tea, normally puts a little sugar in there. And I was just drinking it straight and loved it. It's very, very flavorful. And then the green tea that we have in there is a coconut ginger, which, if you're like me and you're like, I don't like for things to taste too much like coconut, it doesn't. I promise. It's so good. It's really light. It's so tasty. So yeah, any of you who bought the tea, thank you so much. I hope that you love it. Ponycron, thank you so much for the 6 months. Was your tea tailored for you like the coffee? No, we went to, we partnered with a little company that has, they basically have connections to all different kinds of small, like, tea farms and things. So our English breakfast is from, like, one little farm in India that's, like, a husband, wife, and their 2 kids. And they just, like, they developed this one tea, and it's great and tasty. And then our green tea is a mix that comes from a really small area in China. So both situations are like small providers doing something very specific, making something awesome, and we pay them for it. So it's all loose leaf. I can handle coffee, but no tea for me. It's so funny. A lot of people have said the opposite, where they're like, I would really love to support you, but I cannot do coffee. And they got really excited when we offered tea. So I hope it suits your taste. How does Sam feel about you not drinking black tea without milk? I don't put milk in my tea unless I'm in England. If they're like, if multiple teas are being made, I don't ask for anything different from what everybody else does. Be like, put your sugar and your milk in there. Unfortunately, Sam and I are both the sort of people who don't want very much milk and tea. So I know that I'm not going to get it and just basically be drinking milk. There are no plans for other types of teas until we know how this tea does. Like, basically, I went in there and I said, I really want to have a black tea and I want to have some kind of like a lighter green or white tea. And they said, cool. And so I tried a bunch of different ones. I personally love Darjeeling. So like they had me try a Darjeeling and I was like, I love this, but it's not the sort of tea that everybody loves. You know, Darjeeling is like very specific. So we didn't want to go with that. And their English breakfast was just like so, like the English breakfast blend that they had me try was so good. I loved that we would be supporting like a family that literally just does this, that's like their whole thing. So, yeah, so went with that. I thought that I figure English breakfast is very accessible, right? As a black tea, it's a very accessible tea. And then I wanted a green tea. And a lot of the stuff that we were trying was like fruity. Since we were going with a basic black tea, I figured, okay, so the green tea should have something else to it. And man, people really love fruity green teas, and I'm not about that at all. So they kept having me try like passion fruit stuff and like citrusy stuff and all this. I was like, none of this is what I want at all. And she said, well, a lot of people also like ginger teas. And I was like, now we're talking. I love ginger. Now we're talking. Let's try some ginger teas. So we tried three different types of ginger green teas. And I thought the coconut one was going to be my least favorite, and it wound up being absolutely delicious. So yeah, tea is shipping right now. Mr. Pudge Pudge, thank you so much for the 2 months. Yes, that is Ray. Sweet, terrible girl. Courtland, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Thank you for the support. Have a lovely day, and use the emotes for evil, not good. And Morning Gory. What a good name. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Enjoy your time with us. I hope you'll stick around for a while. Kristen's streaming, so I'm gonna go watch. Okay, bye. Yorkshire Gold is great English tea. Of course it is. It's delicious. You should put giant googly eyes on that print. Oh my god. That would be hilarious. That would be really funny. I think she's twitch.tv/Kristen Hazard. She's great. She's my Naru bro. If it's a green tea, I don't like anything in it. I have both streams open because I can't miss my Dex stream. Bless. Bless. Thank you. How did Strippin get his name on that Yorkshire tea box? Yo, I have one too. Back there. You can't read it, but it says Dodgers tea on it. It's because I think both of us had tweeted about Yorkshire Gold a couple times, and so they followed us and were like, hey, we're gonna send you a thing. Where should we send it? And I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. And they sent us boxes with their names on them. It's amazing. Oh. Hey, I'm doing shit. Okay, she stopped. Haha. I maintained control. Is it just me, or is audio slightly out of sync with the video? I haven't seen anybody else mention that, Riel, so try refreshing. It might fix it. Hey in there, do you mind? Yeah, come on. Get your shit together. Get your shit together. Baby control is an illusion. Fact. That's happening with a lot of people today. The desync. All is good for me. There's no desync for me. Kristen having her first stream. She streamed a few times before. Here, I'll refresh the webcam. Just in case. I forgot about this. I can't wake up webcam. That's really funny. I'll refresh it. Oh, I wish there was just a refresh button instead of me having to deactivate and then reactivate it. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Now it's a nightmare. Why did I try to change anything? Ah! What have I done? What the fuck? What is this? What is happening? Wait, what is this aspect ratio? Oh, there we go. Oh, we fixed it. So somehow the aspect ratio got changed to a fucking weird thing. And then the FPS got changed to 2. It's like, what the fuck? All right, we fixed it because we're professionals. Professional streamer here, Dooger McDoogerson. I was just trying to fix the audio desync. Audio is still behind. Then I don't know what to do for you. I'm sorry. I tried to fix it for you. All of that shit that just happened was because I was trying to fix it for you. Two FPS master race. Everything's fine. Audio's fine. For me, it's totally fine. It's perfect. It's fine. It's fine. Great. Then everybody who's like, but there's still a desync. I'm going to ignore you. I'm sorry. I'm going to ignore you for the remainder of the stream. But I'm sure you're lovely. Not a Weasley! Thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the cat gang. I needed to burp in there. You are the Gucci mother. How many FPS you got? Oh, I got both of them. It's good shit. Fuck. Is that black and white cam still up? No, the black and white cam is Sam's camera that he lovingly gave to us when we lost everything. When we lost everything in the fire. Can we have a pee break? I'm not streaming that much longer. Like, 15 minutes probably. So we're not going to have a pee break because that would just, that wouldn't make any sense at this point. There was a fire? No. I was just goofing. I shouldn't goof about fires. There's so many of them here. When can we expect a full cover of that Evanescence song? Over the years, I feel like I've basically sang that entire song on here. Sir William, thank you for the 2 months. Will you ever change your hair color to orange again? I don't know. I like looking back and seeing the orange. I thought the orange was fun, but it's one of those colors that's hard to maintain. The one that I keep thinking about is like really dark green. I've been liking the darker hair. I think it's nice. And I liked when it was dark enough that people sometimes thought that it was normal, but then I would go outside and they'd be like, "Oh, it's like kind of purple." I thought that was really fun. I would love to be able to do that except with like dark green, and I don't know if that's possible. But if it is, I want to do it. You can't dye your hair with a baby inside? You can. Battle Pumpkin, thank you so much for the 17 months. Is this my natural color? No. I mean, like, the roots are. When I had my hair down the other day, everybody was like, "Is your hair gray?" Because my hair is such a, like, ashy color compared to this. That's funny. You can't see it very well when it's up, but my natural hair color is, like, a really boring browny blonde color. It's, like, a very ashy color. But if you dye your hair orange, your baby will be orange. Yes. Yes, totally. Pun intentional. Thank you so much for the 7 months. Yeah, my hair is ashen one. Ashen one. I've always, oh my God. I retweeted somebody who was talking about whether or not you've gone into a hairstylist with a picture of an anime character and been like, I want this. I definitely did that. I've done it a couple of times, but when I was younger, I went in with a picture of Yoko Kurama from Yu Yu Hakusho, and I was like, I want hair this color. And she was like, you can't do that. And bitch, now everybody's getting fucking silver gray hair. So I was ahead of my goddamn time. I was like, I want silver hair. And she was like, no, we cover up silver hair. We don't give people silver hair. Fuck you. Fuck you. I was ahead of it. I was ahead of that. God damn. Epidemic, thank you so much for the 2 months. I also did that once. Did they say the same thing to you? Because, not that you're bitter or anything. I was, because, like, I was just like, there's nothing, I can't have, with all of the innovations, you've got like 80 books back there with different colors that you can make hair, and you can't make my hair look gray or silver, or like, there's nothing you can do. And she just, the concept of somebody young wanting gray hair was like, it didn't compute for her at all. She was like, no, nobody wants that. Why on earth would we develop that when nobody wants it? And I was like, I want it. There's gotta be other Doogers out there who want this hair. White hair is hard to get. White hair is kind of straightforward. It might take a couple of sessions though. I've had like pretty much white hair before. I've had hair that was silver-ish, but never like the tone of silver that I would really like to have one day. White hair looks really cute on female Makote. Yo, Makotes look cute regardless. Makote always looks cute. Has that stylist never seen Storm? Probably not. Look, comic books weren't cool yet, guys. Comic books weren't cool yet. Who is Makote? Makote is the, if you play Final Fantasy XIV, Makote is the race of cat people in Final Fantasy XIV. It's what I play. I'm a naked Makote boy. Oh gosh, Lily, yeah. No, I can't imagine. I have little baby, you can't see them very well, but I have little baby silver hairs that are like in the front, and I keep being like, oh man, it's gonna be so cool once there's a bunch of them, right? Because then I can hiei my shit, and I'll just have like this one like little patch of like silvery hair right in the front. It's gonna look so cool. But right now there's just like a couple little just like bink. And they mostly just blend in. Yeah. My mom is always like, I don't understand. This is I don't know. I've always been the sort of person that's like, I can't wait to be older. Like, not that I was, you know, wishing my childhood away, but the idea of getting older has never been scary for me. So things that are evidence of me being older, I'm cool with. Like sometimes I'll see like a little wrinkle on my face and be like, that wasn't there before. But that's like fun, right? Like that's like, oh, that's like a new change to my face. And I love when I see the little silver hairs in there. I'm like, oh man, that's gonna look fucking dignified. That's gonna look so cool later. American Jedi, thank you so much for the biddies. I remember when you had sort of silver hair. It looked pretty rad. So thanks for another good Saturday afternoon. Aw, thank you. Except you've got the Lawson curse, you won't get old. I know. God damn it. What kind of deal did my mom make? Oh my god. Wait, I totally forgot to tell you guys that story. Holy shit. When I got into my Uber to come home, the guy thought that I was straight up 15 years old. Like, I'm very obviously... I was not hiding that I was pregnant at all. I'm very obviously, like... a person on my own who's hella pregnant that got into this Uber, and not judging at all if you're 15 and pregnant, but I like got into this dude's car and he goes, "Are your parents coming?" And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Sorry, how old are you?" And I was like, "I'm 30 and super pregnant." And he was like, "Oh, fuck, I thought that you were like 15. It was so funny. Oh my god. And then the rest of the trip, he just like told me about all of his kids. But like, it was so weird. It was so weird to have somebody be like, "Where are your parents?" Like, they're not here because I'm a fucking adult woman. The anime shirt didn't help. I was wearing a red Rooster Teeth shirt. So it was just a red shirt that had a little rooster embroidered right here. You just gotta grow a beard. Man, I wish. So yeah, that was really funny. Also, in the bathroom. So okay. Here's a phenomenon that happens, at least in ladies' rooms. I don't know if it happens in other restroom situations, but sometimes when there's a really long line of people waiting to use a toilet, there will be one door that's just sitting there open and nobody's using it. And I think everybody in the row just sort of assumes like, nobody's taking that one, so obviously it's broken, right? There's like a huge mess in there, or it doesn't flush or something. So everybody just doesn't use it, right? The Viper, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Okay, just forget the line thing, right? You walk in and you see that a couple of people are avoiding a toilet, so you assume, there's something wrong with that toilet. So I was in a line. Everybody had just gotten off of this plane, and we all just like packed into this fucking women's toilet. I was in a line. Everybody was avoiding this toilet, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna just go look and see what's going on in there. And somebody hadn't flushed. I go to flush it, and it flushes fine. I was like, cool, great. So I sit down to use this toilet, right? And I was like, man, I got to use this toilet. Everybody else was passing up because they saw a little pee in here and thought it wouldn't flush. Get fucked, everybody. Here's what was actually going on with this toilet. This toilet, once I sat down, flushed once every like 3 seconds, which was really funny. So you sit down and it's just flush, and I was like, oh, okay. Sometimes automatic toilets do that. That's fine. Flush. Flushes again. I was like, and then it flushes again, and then it flushes again, and I was like, I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. So I get out of the toilet. So that's like, that was like an experience, right? I was like, okay, well, there was something weird about that toilet. Not something that means you can't pee there, but like, whatever, fuck it. So then, yeah, there was TP in there. So we're good. Then I come out, and every sink that I go to try and wash my hands, the water won't come out because it's, again, those fucking automatic ones because they don't want you leaving the water on. I get it. But they wouldn't, none of them would like have water except for this one that this old lady was, not old, she was maybe like 40. This lady was standing in front of, she looked like a dignified lady, okay? She looked older than me. This lady was standing in front of this sink doing her hair and makeup. And I was like, hey, can I try using that sink? Because I can't get the other ones to work. And she goes, mm-hmm, but doesn't move. So the sink is like right there, and she's just like in front of it, like with her makeup everywhere and stuff, just like refuses to scooch to the side for a second so I can just like dart in with my hands. She's just like, yeah, go for it. I was like, okay. So I had to like do this around her to like use her, and of course hers worked, to use her sink. And then I like went over and used some soap and like lathered up some soap and looked at her and just had to like like get all the way around her to like to like rinse my hands. And then I go to try and get something to wipe my hands off with, but they're all empty except the one that she's fucking standing in front of. So it's like one of those corners, right? So she's like off in the corner and the sink is in front of her, and then like the dispenser is right here doing whatever, doing her shit. I was like, hey, can I just need to grab like a thing to wipe my hands with. And she was like, mm-hmm. like if it was a cartoon, she would basically be sitting on it. Right? I was just like, can I? Thank you. It's just like, come on. Right? Yeah. There was a part of me that was just like, should I even ask her, or should I just do some of this? Just some of this action. But depending on the shirt that you're wearing, it was like a new shirt, right? Because Rooster Teeth gave me a bunch of shirts. Depending on the shirt that you're wearing, I might like rub my hand on my shirt and wind up with a bunch of like red pills all over it. The same with jeans. Sometimes when you wipe your hands on jeans, you're like, oh, got a bunch of like fuzzy blue shit everywhere now. Beaks, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. I don't think she heard a word you said. I say this a lot about myself, and I've started being told off for it. Because I think I mentioned this before. Like, Octo and I have the sort of relationship where if he says, yeah, well, I'm just dumb, I'll be like, you're not dumb. Don't say that about yourself, right? So he does the same for me. If I say something, he's like, don't say that about yourself. That's not true. We're encouraging each other to use positive language about ourselves, right? But one of the things that I'm always saying is like, I'm a loud bitch. I don't know. Like, it's true, right? I'm just like a really, I sometimes just sort of assume if I'm talking to a person, they can definitely hear me. They definitely know that I am speaking because I don't mumble. I'm talking, right? So the idea of me standing next to this lady being like, hi, can I use the sink that's right in, I just need to use this sink for like a second, and her being like, like not processing it. It's just like, do I need to be louder? Should I be louder? Ecosime, thank you so much. Or Ecosysm, thank you so much for the biddies. A+ story to load into. Yeah, you know, potty stories are always good. And Poppy Widow, thank you so much for the 2 months. Hearing loss doesn't care how loud you are. She definitely didn't have a hearing aid. I actually recognize, I see hearing aids. I don't know. I think sometimes people don't notice them. I always notice hearing aids. Yo, can I, yeah. Hey, oh, can I use the fucking sink or what? That'll be my next. Sassy Panda, thank you so much for the 5 months. Good morning, Malarak. Yeah, I'm sorry, everybody who's coming in right now. I'm actually going to be wrapping up in a sec. Rap god. Hey, yo! Hey! Hey, yo! Dodger doesn't like sweet potato. Kristen is telling on you. I don't like sweet potato now. Groda, thank you so much for the 6 months. I'll eat it. It won't make me vomit anymore. It used to make me feel like I was going to vomit when I was a kid. But I can eat it now. It's just not, I won't order it for myself. But I have said before, there are a couple of situations where there's sweet potato in like a soup. And it works great. Like the combination of flavors is great. I just don't like sweet potato on its own. You're a fun storyteller. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Bantha, thank you so much for the biddies. My tea arrives on Monday. I can't wait to try it. I hope you love it. Yes, I live in California. Abby C, thank you so much for the 4 months. Or pizza crust. Yo, but the sweet potato in the pizza crust is like, there's like sugar and all kinds of shit in there. It doesn't taste like sweet potato at all. Foxkit Daily, thank you so much for subscribing and becoming a new member of the Cat Gang. Astrom CS, thank you so much for subscribing as well. Thank you both. Welcome, welcome. I hope you have a lovely day. Use the emotes for evil, not good, and be kind to your fellow burritos. Any questions that have been coming up about, like, how long of a break do you think you'll take with the baby? We have no idea. We don't know what having a baby is going to be like. So I ignore those questions because there's no answer. If you feel like I'm ignoring you. Not Pele, I'm specifically talking to you. You've posted the same question like 8 times. I don't know. I don't know. Sweet potatoes make me want to put twice as much salt on them. I never really put salt on anything. Like, when I'm cooking, yeah, I'll put salt in there. But once it's done, I don't think to put salt on something that's already finished. What about fries? No, I don't put salt on fries. My dad has extremely low sodium levels. My whole life growing up, my dad has put so much salt on stuff. And my brother and I would be like, Dad, you have got to stop putting so much salt on everything. Like, I can't believe how much salt you're eating with every meal. And he was like, I like salt. What's the problem? Right? So at a certain point, he went to the doctors and they did all these blood tests and stuff. And they were like, God, you have such low sodium levels. They were like, do you feel like you're craving salt a lot? And he was like, why, yes, I do. I put salt on everything. And they were like, yeah, it makes a lot of sense. You don't, like, you're not retaining a lot of sodium. So you really do need that salt. And my brother and I were like, fucking God damn it. Of course, like, obviously this is the better outcome. Like, if the two options are either he really needs the salt and so he's been doing the right thing this whole time, versus he doesn't need the salt and has been having so much salt that it's like doing negative stuff. We want this, of course, but like we spent so much time being like, Dad, you've got to stop putting so much salt on everything. And it turned out he just like got to look at us really smug and be like, guess fucking what? I'm supposed to be eating salt. Okay, Big Aaron, I will. I'm not going to do it during the stream, though. Because you and your husbando did Dark Soulmates, I've tortured myself and begun playing through Dark Souls 1 again for the 14th time. Awesome. The dream outcome. He was lying. No, my mom was there. My mom confirmed. Kristen is calling you out about sweet potatoes on her stream. I know, I've already been informed. You missed the boat, my dude. Have you played Shenzhen IO? I have. It's very fun. Is Crip your brother? No. My brother is Jared Lawson. He's a fantastic musician. You should check him out. You can find him on SoundCloud. His first name is spelled Jarrod. Maybe your dad lied to you about the doctor's visit, so you would shut up about the salt. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. My mom was there. My mom would not lie to us about salt. My mom also gets on my dad's ass about everything that he eats. So my dad is like that classic dude who's just like, I don't want to eat vegetables ever. I also hate water. What can I drink that isn't water? We're just like, Dad, please drink water. And he's like, nah. What if I just drank something that had some water in it? We're like, that's not as effective, but fuck, okay. Is your dad Ron Swanson? Kind of. He is kind of Ron Swanson-y. How can you hate water? He just hates drinking water. I don't understand. As a person who fucking loves vegetables and likes drinking water, it's not like I chug water all the time, but I enjoy drinking water. Water can be extremely refreshing for me, right? My dad, like, baffles me. My mom has to force him to eat vegetables. Is your dad a salt elemental? Maybe. There's all kinds of witchy weirdness going on in my family, I'm convinced. It's like that. Okay, there's a Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode where Jake is like, yeah, she found out that I don't drink water, so now I'm being forced to drink this much water every day. And throughout the entire episode, he'll like say some kind of a punchline and then go to drink water and be like, that's my dad. That's my dad. Yes, his name is Jared Lawson. Jarrodlawson. Jared Lawson. Broccoli is my jam. Yo, broccoli's delicious. Jared Thorne? No. Jared Lawson. Jarrod isn't that rare of a spelling. Jared is just like the more common spelling of Jared. You need to talk to Jared about his terrible facial hair. I'm not going to do that. I think he can live his life however he wants. All right. It is almost 12:50, which means I got to get a move on. But let's bring up our list of new subs so that I can read you all properly. We're going to do an extra stream tomorrow because I've been gone. So think about what we should play. I will also obviously be thinking about what we should play because, you know, that's my job and not yours. Hey, if you guys could just like figure out what I should play so that I don't have to think about it, that would be great. It won't be like a super early one. There's some errands and stuff that Sam and I need to do, but yeah, it probably won't be a super long one. It won't start super early, but we'll just do a little extra thing and actually play a game because we didn't play anything today. But it was still fun. I feel like we all got to hang out and chat and stuff. You guys, you know, put up with me being a saucy bitch, so I appreciate it. I'm waiting for somebody to pull an Octo and be like, don't say that about yourself. Don't call yourself a bitch. You're not a bitch. You're lovely. Thank you. There, I did it. I did it for myself. Okay. Thank you so much. Please help me in welcoming these people. Thank you so much to Weakling, Abby, Arcadis, Kata, Anslot, Tobias, Tukbean, Vanaman, Banachek, Tyka the Tank, Wizard of Ohms, Arkham Beta, Palrog, Corvin Ross, Mishua, Matcha Mochi Bear, Flummox, Seamaids, Ty Haskett, Superbred, Big Ben, Dragoon, Hailzors, Resistance is Fetal, R&D, EXP Amethyst, Oke, Steve Buscemi Lover, Wixbone, Silver at Heart, Eskimo, Awkward Froggy, Ryan K, Stigma, The Amnet, Lizards on Roids, No More Gentlemen, Unko, Fox B, Jadorg, Ruwa, Fumufu, Super Butterbuns, Anathar Wolf, Sunbro Smell, Jaddernan C, Meme Fatale, Buddy Sinister, obviously Pineapple, Sevatiel, Not, Private Penguin, Mr. K, Vess, Decran, Dalla, 1717, Trusty Boy, Spiky Logic, Zaldrinia, The Hanged Man, Daniel San, Trick 759, Bexters, Clufufu, it's still my favorite, Clufufu, Josa, Tisarathi, Mir, SB5K, Zaros Tenjin, Disnit, Mr. Pudge Pudge, Swole Buff and Hunky Lad, OPS Jono, Alfonso the Great, Shot Kayla, Ascended Narwhal, Adam Northwest, Fudge Nutter, Captain Dargan, Or Captain Dagan, Who is Bree, Elserk, USCM Hudson, Prairie Dog, Lightning Heart, Hey Kelvin, Can Jang, Cyborg Biscuit, Off the Grid, Young Riles, Mad Potator, Haye, Pangeeve, Deuterus, Epilef, Cortland, Dumb Shuckles, Calum Solaris, Moriarty Archons, Morning Gory, Not a Weasel, Wage Mage, The Viper, El Tepic, Sassy Panda, Boomin, Sonachum, Beaks, Foxkit Daily, and Astrum. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Thank you to all of the resubs, all of the new subs, and anybody who's just like hanging out and chatting and being a lovely member of the community. If you're lurking, that's amazing as well. I just love that you guys enjoy the streams that I do. If it's your first time here, please hit the follow button. We would love to see you back here. I hope that you had fun. And let's see. I hear that Kristen is streaming, so maybe we should host her. Maybe we should host her. Maybe we should raid her. Yo, we're gonna raid Kristen. She's lovely. I work with her, and she's also a Narubro. Oh my god. Okay, guys. I want to believe it. Go to her chat and spam I want to believe it when the raid starts. Can you do that for me? I would really love that. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves. And have fun. Bye-bye.